Hi, everyone. Sorry, I had to create a new link because I set it up incorrectly. So now I'm going to share and say that I set up the wrong link. Dream Girl, hello, what's your name? One second, I am just posting on my page, on my Facebook page, that has changed. Just give me one moment. Can everyone hear me okay? Perfect. So, I haven't done this in a few weeks. And there's a reason for that. A lot was going on, as you guys are probably all well and aware. And I needed some time to just integrate the lessons that I learned from the last Ask Me Anything as well, which I can get into in a bit. Corey, good to see you. Thanks for finding me. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Shane. Hello, Donna. How is everyone feeling today? What's going on in your hearts and your minds? Hello, Jamie. Hey, Morgan. I love connecting with you guys in this way. And there's still a part of me that fears that I'm taking away your power. There's still a part of me that's just like, you guys know all these answers. You don't need me. So that's what I struggle with, to be completely authentic and transparent with you guys. Dream Girl, I need your name. Everyone, if you're going to ask a question, I need your name in order for me to channel. Katie. Okay. I help confirm, Corey. I get that. Yes, I completely understand that. Thank you for saying that. I also go to other channels to get confirmation as well. So I understand the value of that. There's still a part of me that doesn't want. I can never take away anyone's power, first of all, but there's still something inside of me that doesn't want to do that. So, hi, Sarah. Okay, Katie. Katie's question is, how do I let go of a past relationship? Why is there such a quick need to let go of it before you've integrated all of your lessons from it? Start with forgiveness. Ever, is that your name? Ever? Just want to make sure that I have everyone's correct name. Shane says, I just had a dream of running to find my true gender. I have no gender issues, so can you help me understand it? Do you want me to help you understand your gender? That's a deeply personal question. So I ask that you give yourself some time and space to let that unfold, Shane. Ever, what's your real name? Do you go by Ever? Also, no general messages, please. If you could be specific with your questions today, that would be very helpful. Oh, Shane, you said help you understand the dream. Shane, what I'm getting for you is that you want to be fluid and always finding your truth. And you want to allow yourself to move like waves in the ocean without no set defined structure or pattern necessarily. So it's an aspect of yourself giving yourself permission to flow through whatever definitions, whatever labels you set upon yourself. You're giving yourself the freedom to find your truth each and every second because it can change. Corey says, I would love help figuring out the pain in my right shoulder blade, neck area. Well, Corey, what has you feeling like you're diminishing yourself? What has you, like, I'm seeing you just slouched. What has you feeling slouched and powerless and beat up? And it's like a pressure. Like you are pressuring yourself to move forward and take action on something that you may not necessarily be ready to move forward with. So I'm just seeing what I'm feeling is like relieve yourself of that pressure. Jamie says, I've been hearing voices. Is that my spirit guide? Your ancestors, which are also known as your spirit guides. It's your ancestors wanting to say hello, wanting for you to stop ignoring them. So what are the voices saying? Sometimes they say like really crazy things just to get your attention. So start listening is what they're saying. Hello, Eva. Hi, Alexa. Welcome. You can ask questions about how to. I can tell you personally what kind of questions I like. I like questions that redirect you to yourself, like what you can do to love yourself more, that kind of stuff. Not a fan of twin flame questions. But that's my ego self answering. I have a strong aspect of Kali. So I bring my Kali aspect forward for most of these sessions. And she really likes to just reflect back to yourself. So a lot of the responses are to help you analyze, self-analyze yourselves. You think there was a spirit behind me, Sarah? What did it look like? Hi, Don. Okay, Paula asks, hi, Alanna, can you tell me when I'll meet my best true soulmate and what is his? I have no clue. I'm laughing because there's so many, you know what? There's so many paths that you can take and so many soulmates that you can meet. And the word true soulmate is the word true is very bizarre for me because all of the soulmates that you meet are true. I know what you mean when you say true soulmate. You mean the everlasting partner who your lifetime partner, right? But what if we were just present with ourselves and when we meet someone, we're ready to open up fully? Let's be present with that feeling and emotion instead of always thinking, what about my one true soulmate? So if you don't have anyone in particular right now, Paula, you are your own soulmate. So how can you nourish yourself and cherish yourself more? I cannot tell you what your true soulmate's name is. I will not. That is not helpful. What will you do with that information? What I can give you is advice that I've given others in the past so that you can connect to this person's essence, potentially, is to write a letter to him. Just thanking him and envisioning what you would like to do with this person and what you would like from this person as if they're already there in your life. But you are your best true soulmate. Don't forget that. And I'm not saying that to say that we don't need other people, because seeing that love reflected in another being is the most beautiful thing. I just felt like I needed to remind you of that. Ever says, what do my guides have to say about my mental health last week? I lost my spot. I'm going to call you Victoria. I hope that's okay, because I feel a stronger frequency with that. Sometimes you get these spikes, these energetic spikes, and I don't mean like energy as in active, I mean energy as in like highs and lows. You get these like low spikes and these high spikes to urge you to chill out and slow down and to reflect and go back to yourself. So listen to that. You don't need to push through that feeling. You can honor it in any way that you can. Hello, Gemma. Nice to meet you. Corey says, my job, but I get a 4-week break. Nice. That's amazing. Because I'm sure, like, with the whole COVID situation, like, you so deserve. Oh, I'm so happy that you get a 4-week break. Are you going anywhere? Hi, Lisa. If you can ask a specific question, that would be very helpful. Thank you. What's your what's my next practical step? Brandy, try to be smart with me. That's kind of a general question. Meditate. How about that? That's the first thing that I heard. And breathing. Hello, Dawn. Hey, Jasmine. AP, can you remind me what your name is, please? Thank you. Okay, Eva asks, is there a difference between insanity, delusion, and enlightenment? Oh my goodness. I will tell you why I'm saying oh my goodness about what you just said. I've been wondering this since I've recently seen someone acting what what I think is delusional when before I thought it was samadhi. What is enlightenment to you, Ava? Because I've been thinking about that all day. I've been thinking about when people say the word enlightened to me when I see questions about like how to become enlightened, and what my mind immediately goes to is just why the search for enlightenment when you can just be. So I would love to know your definition of enlightenment. Because the word enlightenment for me is insane. So maybe my answer is there is no difference, but it depends on what your definition of enlightenment is. Um, Morgan wants to know, I'm curious if there is anything about the future of my living arrangement and or needing a new vehicle. Like everything needs to change. Can you rephrase that, please, Morgan? Thank you. Sarah asks, how do I let my guard down to receive love? Why do you feel like you have a guard up? Is it more about not trusting the person? And if so, why don't you trust them? Maybe there's a good reason for that. Sometimes you have to ask yourself why you feel like you need to protect yourself in particular situations because there possibly be a very valid reason for it. You saw a blue face? That's awesome. You should tell the being hi. Gemma, can I ask a two-part question? What are my next best steps and what is my purpose here? So the first thing that spirit guides always say when people ask about their purpose is love, and to be love. That always annoys people because it's not detailed enough, but it is the truest thing ever. So, what is something that you can do for yourself that is loving? What is something that you've been avoiding that is loving for yourself? Even if it's really takes you out of your comfort zone. I continue to do these lives, even like it is the most loving thing for me to do for myself and for others. And it takes me completely out of my comfort zone. But I continue to do it because it's currently my version of being love for myself and others. Hi, and if you could ask a specific question. I'm not doing any general messages today. Alexa asks, I'm stuck living Groundhog Day, not making progress. Curious what I can do to move forward toward my purpose and better connection to my authentic self. What is your daily practice like? How are you with disciplining yourself to connect with your mind, body, and spirit? So that's through meditation, whether it's an active meditation or sitting silently. What are you doing to connect with your body every day? Jamie heard that it's your ancestor. Yes, Jamie. Why didn't you believe that? So when I first started to realize that I'm a channel, I made a conscious effort to pay attention to all of the voices in my mind. Because previously I had just tuned it out, thought it was completely worthless, useless. And so I said to myself, okay, I'm going to try to capture everything that's going on. Not to say that I was going to add any additional value to it, just bringing my awareness to the conversations going on in my mind was the first step, and so incredibly helpful for me. And I'll tell you that it was exhausting to do, because you have to retrain your mind. And so I encourage you to do that. And you have to take care of your body, what your food intake is, because it is an exhausting shift to bring your awareness to that. But it's super worth it. Ava says, being the God that they are in human form. So enlightenment is being the God that you are in human form. But we are always gods that we are. If we're present, we're always, even in my worst form, I'm God. So aren't we all already enlightened? We're already gods in human form. And I understand that we work to get to our authentic selves. But each second that we live and breathe, that's our authentic self. And isn't this entire world a delusion? But that's why we're in it. It's a big, fun game. I'm not being intentionally difficult. I have a hard time when it comes to talking about enlightenment, as you can see. Because what I do is try to be my best self and get out of my comfort zone and conquer my fears and do what's loving and compassionate for myself and others. So I don't really connect necessarily with what enlightenment is, or what people say enlightenment is. Eva, I'm super open to any follow-up questions you have about that. I think we may need to unfold this more, because that word enlightenment and delusional is There's just a lot there. That's like, those words are very, very meaningful to me, and that they make people insane. There's just a lot of judgment there. Like, who's to say one person is enlightened and one person isn't? Paula asks, what type of work would be best for me? Thank you. What aspect? What do you mean by work? Morgan, it's okay. It's not you. It's me, and just making sure that sometimes when I receive things, I just need the questions to be rephrased, and it's easier to just ask you than to have to unpack it myself intuitively. Joe D34, is that your name? Can you tell me your name and paste in your question again, please? Thank you. Donna asks, what does it mean to do the work when learning about all this stuff? Oh, I feel like what I just mentioned earlier. Self-inquiry and loving and being love and embodying love. Not avoiding yourself, not avoiding your emotions. Getting out of your own comfort zone and finding your own way of doing things, which is super important when I'm trying to think about how to phrase this. I posted something on my website, on my blog about this. We're here to be builders. We're not here to necessarily duplicate or replicate other teachings. We're here to put our own essence and spin on it. So once we learn something from a teacher, we can determine how to put our essence on it in a way that is authentic to ourselves. I don't know why I needed to say that for you, but I think it was relevant for you, Donna. Yeah, Alexa. You need a daily discipline and hold yourself accountable to that. It's very important to be consistent. AP. Oh, you said your name. Thank you. I'm going to go to. Okay, Morgan says, I just decided to leave my relationship and get my own place, and then found out I need a new car and can only afford one. I trust that everything will work out. Wondered if there was any message. I want to give you a hug, Morgan, and to tell you I'm proud of you and I love you. Not everything is a sign. That's what they're saying. Not everything is a sign, and trust your heart. And it could possibly be the just restart of something new. Hello, Elizabeth. Shane asked, should I pursue being a traditional healer? What is a traditional healer? Hello, David. Good to see you. Hello, Maple. Do my guides have any messages for me regarding marriage? Ange? Um, do you want to be married? Because the first thing I heard was I don't want to be married when I connected with your soul essence. It's too restrictive. That's what I hear. Kavita, I saw your question about is not everything a sign. I want to make clear that when I tap into people's like soul essences and spirit guides, I'm giving the message for them, to them specifically, and it may resonate with other people in this group. Like that's what happens most of the time, but sometimes the message is just not necessarily for you. Jody says I keep waking up at 2:23. Your guides are telling you to meditate and connect with them, so you can journal at that time. I see you sitting in bed and journaling. You can also I see you sitting in silence and then receiving messages from them that way. Lisa, I don't know if you saw my question. Have I been getting downloads while sleeping? Thank you. Probably. We always do. Why do you ask? Are you worried that you're not getting information, that you're not connecting? A lot happens in the dream space, but I'm curious about why you feel like you're not getting downloads. There's more to that question, I feel like. Brandy, when you say a video or oh, Brandy, it's a blog I wrote. I write every now and every now and then I get the courage to post it publicly. Kavita, what is happening with my eyes? DNA upgrades. Paula would love to do spiritual work. Was this some response to something else? When I say a channel message, I don't really remember too much about it once I move to the next person. So if you can expand, that would be helpful. Thank you. Shane says, a South African healer, ancestral healer. So this is the beauty about wonder. If you feel like you continue to get the thought in your mind, like I wonder what would happen if I learned more about ancestral healing and that kind of stuff, that means that pursue it. Start learning about it. See if it's something that you're interested in. There's a reason why you keep getting nudges about it. And it's not to ask someone else outside of you if it's something that you should pursue. If it's something that really tugs at your heart and interests you, then absolutely. I'm not saying drop everything and focus on ancestral healing. I'm saying allow yourself to get some teachings on it and don't question it. Shannon, there's so many other signs of DNA upgrades. It's like too many to list. That's what my spirit guides are saying. David, I've been seeing stars, I'm assuming, not stars flying around and flashing bright in the night. And I was wondering if there's a message about that. I'm getting fairies being really playful with you. telling you to lighten up and see the joy in things. Yeah. So just being really jovial and joyful. Do my guides have advice about my lack of sleep from Maple? Yeah, meditate more. Do some, it's about your busy mind. So do some practices to help you do kind of like a turn down time before you go to bed, maybe a couple of hours before you go to sleep. Do some intentional practices with yourself to let your body know that it's time to shut down and decompress. So that means no TV watching, social media. That means like write things down on paper if you need to. Make a list for yourself of things that you need to do the next day, if that helps get it out of your mind. But there's lots of mind chatter, is what I'm seeing. Yes, Queena? Yes, Queena. Sorry, I had to, sometimes my eyesight is, so I had to, but yes, Queena, is that your name? I just want to confirm. And if it is your name, can you please paste the question again? AP. I agree it will be okay with the right person. Yes. Why did you ask about marriage? I'm curious. I'm just being nosy. Shannon, you want me to do a post on it? Are you paying me, Shannon? I can joke with Shannon like that because she's like my sister. Shannon, why don't you do some automatic writing and ask about signs for DNA upgrades? Lisa asks about downloads because right before she wakes up, she hears someone in her ear. What are they saying? Tap into how you're feeling when that happens. I feel like you're feeling based. So tap into the frequency of that feeling. And you can do that by just asking yourself, how does that essence feel to you? I don't mean how does your ego feel, because your ego may feel scared, but how does that essence really feel after you do some deep breathing to help clear the mind a bit? Ava, did I actually answer you? I'm jumping to Ava's question. Why does Yes Queena delete her comment? I would love to answer your question. I always make sure that I have everyone's names correct because that helps me with channeling as well. Eva says, I've been thinking more about my question, even if I might find what they say as insane. It's not for them, it's their truth. So it's actually about me and using discernment with what aligns with me. Okay. That's good. So what does align with you? Oh, it did answer it. Amazing. Good. I don't even remember what I said. All I remember is saying something about enlightenment and the word being insane. I should watch it once this is over. DNA upgrades for you, Kavita, helping you process more information, helping you see differently. And that is physically and metaphysically as well. Third eye as well. That's what I'm seeing. Ever, no question is dumb. Ever says, this is going to sound dumb, but I feel like my poetry is too dark. When I write it, I get into the space that makes me feel like I'm a passive watcher, and there is essence of dehumanization. I don't understand the essence of dehumanization, but I don't think that anything is too dark. Especially when I channel a lot of Kali Ma, I don't think that darkness is a bad thing. Does it feel like it's a clearing for you when you do it? Don't judge the work that comes out of you authentically. That's like the quickest way to just shut down your beautiful creativity and sacral chakra. Let's just be grateful for everything that we're able to create, because not everyone has that ability yet. Jerry, why do I feel a tickle on my head sometimes? Is it my guides? I'm getting a lot of things. There's like a lot at once. Jerry, when I connect with your essence, I keep getting the message I don't want to be alone when I ask about that. I don't know what that means for you. Oh, your name is Serena. I am glad that I asked you that, because I would have thought your name was Yasquina, and it's not. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, Serena says, I see the numbers 33 all the time and was wondering if there was a message within it. Your guides are saying a lot to you. They're saying that they say a lot to you and to pay attention. So pay attention to all the signs that you're receiving. Helja, hello. Eva says, well, for starters, this being here, asking and listening to the answers, but also realizing that it was time for me to let go of someone who I don't connect with anymore. Hello, Maria. Jennifer, no, I'm not doing any general readings. If you can ask a specific question, that would be very helpful. But I just have just a couple minutes left. I so loved connecting with you guys today. And if this was helpful for you, please like and share it as well. I have some things planned that I am super excited about. Jasmine, I love you too. Thank you so much. Hope you and your beautiful babies are good. Shane, I thought I answered your question already. Did I answer you? I feel like I did. Can you repost it? Thank you, Serena. Love you, Morgan. I thought I answered you, Shane. But I will be back soon. I'm just losing steam now. And I need to eat and all that fun stuff. I need to take care of my body. But thank you so much, guys. I do this often. So if you enjoyed this, you can and subscribe. And I also offer one-on-one sessions, and I do mentorship sessions to teach people how to read their own Akash. So thank you guys. Love you. Be well. Take care.